Welcome to our channel. Today we dive into the chilling stories of killers who showed no remorse to their victims' families in court. These cases are a stark reminder of the brutality that can exist in human nature and the enduring pain inflicted on the victims' loved ones. From hate crimes to domestic violence, we explore the heinous acts committed by these individuals and the courtroom moments that left families and judges in disbelief. Join us as we uncover the details of these shocking cases and the courtroom moments that left families and judges in disbelief. Jeremy Joseph Christian. On May 26, 2017, Portland, Oregon, witnessed a horrific hate crime that left a lasting impact on its community. Jeremy Christian was arrested for the murder of two men on a Max light rail train in Portland, Oregon, in May 2017. Christian stabbed and killed 53-year-old retired Army officer Ricky John Best and 23-year-old Taliesin Murden Namkai Meche. He also stabbed 21-year-old Micah Fletcher, who survived. Christian boarded the Max train and began shouting racist and anti-Muslim slurs at two teenage girls, one wearing a hijab. When Taliesin Murden Namkai Meche, Ricky John Best, and Micah David Cole Fletcher intervened to protect the girls, Christian attacked them with a knife. Namkai Meche and Best were fatally stabbed, while Fletcher sustained serious injuries. Christian was arrested shortly after fleeing the scene and charged with multiple counts, including aggravated murder and attempted murder. His trial began in January 2020, where evidence of his extremist beliefs and lack of remorse was presented. In February 2020, he was found guilty on all counts.
And when you die and go to hell, I hope you rot.
See you there.
And in June 2020, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Randall Moore. On November 2011, Randall Moore faced trial for the brutal murder of his ex-wife, Therese Ann Marie Lynch. After Lynch left him and filed a protective order, Moore retaliated by kidnapping, sexually assaulting, and killing her. He set up a hostage situation, unwilling to accept their separation. Officer Todd Rowland responded to the cries from Lynch's apartment, shooting Moore moments after being shot by him. Fortunately, Officer Rowland survived. In a chilling 911 call, Moore explained his reasons for the murder. Eventually, police breached the house and arrested him.
You want me to tell you something?
Well, you can tell me whatever you want.
I didn't want to do any of this.
Okay?
But I'm telling you, all I wanted was my son. I just wanted to see my 7-month-old baby. That's all I cared about.
At the trial, Judge Joel Novak confirmed Moore's guilt on all charges. The victim's family was allowed to read their impact statements. As Lynch's mother delivered her heartfelt statement, Moore interrupted with disrespectful remarks, showing no remorse. He addressed the court, attempting to justify his actions and offering a minimal apology to Officer Todd. Judge Novak expressed shock at Moore's heartlessness and berated him for his evil behavior, saying, "Court doesn't allow me to punish you any more than I'm doing now. If I could, I would." Ultimately, Moore was sentenced to 3 life sentences for Lynch's murder and 25 years for shooting Officer Rowland, ensuring he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Kamia Gamet. In 2013 in Jackson, Michigan, Kamia Gamet was convicted of the brutal murder of her boyfriend, Marcel Hill. This crime was marked by extreme violence as Gamet attacked Hill with a knife and blunt objects, resulting in numerous stab wounds and severe injuries. She called 911 claiming self-defense, but the evidence at the scene told a different story. The investigation revealed signs of a violent struggle, pointing to a premeditated attack. Gamet was charged with first-degree murder, and during the trial, the prosecution presented overwhelming evidence of her intent and excessive violence.
You were relentless. You stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed until he was dead. I agree with the family. I hope you die in prison as well.
In 2014, she was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without parole. The judge emphasized the need for severe punishment due to the crime's brutality. Gamet's behavior during sentencing was disruptive and disrespectful, with eye-rolling and loud sighing, showing her lack of remorse. The crime and trial drew significant media attention, highlighting serious issues of domestic violence and extreme intimate partner violence. This case underscores the importance of thorough investigations and the crucial role of forensic evidence in securing convictions in severe domestic violence cases. Keith Allen Ferguson. In March 2011, Keith Allen Ferguson shocked the Dallas, Texas community when he brutally murdered his estranged wife and 2 children. Amid a bitter divorce and custody battle, Ferguson broke into the family home armed with a handgun. He shot and killed his estranged wife, Jerry Lynn Ferguson, and their 2 young children, Timothy and Shelby. After the murders, Ferguson called 911, calmly admitting to the killings and waiting for police to arrive. The case drew significant media attention, highlighting the devastating impact of domestic violence and the importance of addressing mental health issues in potentially volatile individuals.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, can I get you to stand up there at the podium, please? All right, I need to have you raise your right hand for me. Okay, all right.
Put me back in my cell.
Okay, stop.
During the trial, the prosecution presented overwhelming evidence of Ferguson's premeditated intent. Despite the defense's arguments about his mental state, the jury found him guilty of first-degree murder. Ferguson was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, ensuring he would spend the rest of his life behind bars. This case remains a sobering reminder of the potential for domestic disputes to escalate into fatal violence and underscores the need for vigilant intervention and support for individuals in crisis. Ronnie O'Neill III. On March 18, 2018, in Riverview, Florida, O'Neill brutally attacked his family, killing his girlfriend, Kenyatta Barron, and their 9-year-old daughter, Ron Neve O'Neill. Ronnie O'Neill III's crime stands as one of the most horrifying cases of domestic violence. Barron managed to call 911 in her final moments, capturing her desperate pleas for help. After killing Barron, O'Neill turned on his children. He severely injured his 8-year-old son and then set their home on fire, killing Ron Nevea, who had special needs. Despite his injuries, the boy escaped the burning house and alerted neighbors, leading to O'Neill's arrest. The trial was highly publicized and disturbing, with O'Neill representing himself and making bizarre claims of self-defense. The prosecution presented overwhelming evidence, including the 911 call, the testimony of his surviving son, and forensic evidence.
Like had his foot on top. I was laying in my stomach, he had his foot on top of me, and he was holding me down, and he was like lighting a match.
In June 2021, O'Neill was found guilty of first-degree murder, attempted murder, and arson. He was sentenced to death, with the judge highlighting the cruel and heinous nature of his crimes. This case underscores the devastating impact of domestic violence and the importance of early intervention and support for victims. It also showcases the remarkable resilience of O'Neill's surviving son, who bravely testified against his father to seek justice for his mother and sister. As we delved into these harrowing cases of remorseless killers, the stories remind us of the importance of justice and the enduring impact of their crimes on the victims' families. These cases highlight the need for awareness, early intervention, and support for victims of violence. If you found this video informative, please like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime stories. Stay vigilant and compassionate, and let's work together to prevent such tragedies in the future.